Greetings, friends. It's Heidi with Heidonian Living, and today's segment is on slowing down to speed up. Okay, so this can seem just completely illogical, backwards thinking. It's not natural, especially for those of us who are do more, faster, more effective, more efficient. How can I get it done, get it done, get it done? But here's the thing, if you keep getting things done, but you never slow down to make sure you're getting the right things done, you can find yourself 50 years down the road or 50 miles down the road and find out you've gone in the wrong direction and you've gotten all this stuff done and you've gotten it done fast, but you might not end up in the right place, the place where you truly called to be. The other thing is if you're constantly in go, go, go mode, meaning you're like in firefighter mode, there's always, just you're reacting, you're rather than specifically responding and being on purpose, intentional with your time. If you just feel like you've got this constant of stuff going around you and you're always just trying to breathe and keep up, it's really hard to one, have joy, to have margins in your life, to be able to be available, to follow promptings, to reach out and connect and minister and serve to people if you are always just in this firefighter mode. Plus, it's just stinking exhausting, right? Well, here's the thing, there's the old adage that if you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same results, and that's the definition of insanity. But don't we often live life like this, in just this constant put out a fire mode, put out a fire. But here's the deal, if we never slow down, then we can never have the space, the wisdom, the discernment, the time, the energy to really be intentional about our living and making sure that we're doing the right things, not just the thing that's in front of us. And I can relate to this most. I completed my bachelor's degree in 3 years, and my whole goal was just to get it done and get out, and I was constantly in go mode. But when I realized I had completed that course and was at my first corporate job as an executive, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm done, I've got this, I've arrived, but I'm in the wrong place. And I had never really stopped and slowed down. And so what seemed like going faster really was going the wrong direction. And so taking the time to slow down actually enables you, even though it seems like I don't have time to do this, I don't have time for strategy, I don't have time to be intentional, I don't have time to be on purpose. Well, guess what? You don't have time not to. You only get one life. And so if you don't get intentional, if you don't stop the cycle, stop the insanity, it's only going to continue to escalate and get worse, right? Keeping on doing the same thing is not going to get you better results. So I just want to challenge you, even though you don't think you have time, even though you don't think you have space, to be intentional about planning some strategic time to slow down, so that you can actually speed up in the long run, and not just speed up, but speed up in the right direction for you, for where you're called to be. And so what I do is I have specifically planned downtime. For me, it's usually on Wednesdays, Wednesday afternoons. I find that is often my best downtime. And I can tell when I have not been diligent with this habit, my life tends to spiral a little bit and I feel chaotic and I feel like I'm just in reaction mode rather than intentional responsive mode. And so if you put it like an appointment with yourself in your date book and you treat that with the same respect that you would if it were a doctor's appointment or the time you had to show up at work or any other thing that you're truly committed to, and treat it with the same respect. And even if it is as little as 15 minutes to start out with every week, to have a little window, I recommend 30 minutes to an hour, but just to get on purpose about getting proactive, getting ahead of things. And you'll find that the further ahead of things you get, the easier it is to stay ahead. And then when chaos happens and life happens, you have this margin, you have this window, you have this intentionality already built in your life because you were willing to slow down so that you could speed up. Well, I sure hope this helps you become more of who you are called to be and find freedom in the process.